Have you ever experienced a coincidence so uncanny that it left you pondering its deeper meaning? Welcome to the realm of synchronicity, a concept that exists beyond the borders of our conventional understanding of probability and chance. It's a world where seemingly unrelated events collide in a symphony of meaning, leaving us awestruck and questioning the fabric of reality. Imagine this: you're reading a book about a rare species of bird, and at that exact moment, a documentary about that very bird starts playing on the television. Or perhaps you're thinking of a long-lost friend, and suddenly they call you out of the blue. These are instances of synchronicity, a term coined by the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. Jung didn't see these events as mere coincidences. Instead, he proposed that they were significant instances of meaningful coincidences. He suggested that there is a hidden order within the chaos of life, a pattern that connects our internal and external worlds in ways that transcend our comprehension. Synchronicity defies the laws of cause and effect that we're so accustomed to. It's not about A leading to B, but rather A and B occurring simultaneously, bound by a shared meaning. It's like two musicians playing the same note at the same time, not because one followed the other, but because they were both tuned into the same frequency. There's a certain allure to the idea of synchronicity. It's as if our lives are part of a grand, intricate tapestry, and every now and then, we catch a glimpse of the pattern within the weave. It challenges our perception of reality, prompting us to question whether there's more to life than what meets the eye. But what causes synchronicity? Is it purely a product of our overactive imaginations? Or does it hint at a deeper, more fundamental truth about the universe? These are questions that continue to baffle and intrigue us, and we're here to explore them together. Synchronicity is more than a simple coincidence. It's an invitation to delve deeper into the mysteries of life. Imagine baking a cake, and as you reach for the last egg, your phone rings with a call from your friend who wants your cake recipe. This is a simple example of what we might call synchronicity. But what does that word really mean? Well, imagine the universe as an intricately woven tapestry. Each thread represents a different event, person, or thought. On their own, these threads might seem random, disconnected. But when you step back and view the tapestry as a whole, a beautiful pattern emerges. Synchronicity is like finding a thread that seems to connect two parts of the pattern that you wouldn't expect to be related. Let's go back to our cake baking scenario. You reaching for the last egg and your friend calling for the recipe are two separate events, but when they occur simultaneously, they create a meaningful coincidence. That's synchronicity. Now you might be thinking, that's just a coincidence, right? Well, not exactly. A coincidence is when two or more unrelated events happen at the same time. Synchronicity, on the other hand, involves events that are not causally related, but are still meaningfully connected in some way. The genius of Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung lies in his recognition of these meaningful coincidences as an essential part of our human experience. He saw synchronicity as a connection that transcends the boundaries of cause and effect. In his view, these connections are not random, but rather an expression of a deeper, underlying order. So the next time you experience a meaningful coincidence, like reaching for the last egg just as your friend calls for your cake recipe, remember, it's not just a random event, it's a piece of the universe's intricate tapestry, a glimpse into the underlying order that connects us all. In the world of synchronicity, there are no accidents, only meaningful coincidences. So let's continue to explore this fascinating concept. And who knows, maybe we'll uncover some surprising insights along the way. Synchronicity is like the universe playing connect the dots with your life. Imagine, if you will, a cosmic game in which the universe, in all its vast and infinite wisdom, is drawing lines between seemingly unrelated events in your life, creating an intricate tapestry of interconnected experiences. To unravel the mechanics of synchronicity, it's important to understand that it isn't about cause and effect, but rather about alignment and connection. Picture two clocks, not connected in any physical way, yet they tick in perfect unison. This isn't because one clock is causing the other to tick, but rather because they are both perfectly aligned with each other. Now this might seem like a bit of a stretch, but bear with me. The world-renowned psychoanalyst Carl Jung postulated that our minds are not merely individual islands, but rather parts of a larger collective unconscious. This collective unconscious is like a vast ocean in which each of our minds is like a drop. Each drop, though seemingly separate, is actually part of the larger body of water. In this sea of collective consciousness, our individual experiences, thoughts, and emotions create ripples. These ripples can interact with those created by others, leading to unexpected alignments and connections. This, according to Jung, is the crux of synchronicity. It is the dance of these ripples that gives rise to those uncanny moments of synchronicity. But it's not just about spotting these alignments, it's about recognizing them as meaningful, about understanding that they are not mere coincidences, but messages from the universe. These messages might be guiding us, teaching us, or simply reminding us of the interconnectedness of all things. So the next time you experience an uncanny coincidence, pause for a moment. Try to see the bigger picture, the intricate web of connections that spans across time and space, uniting all of us in this grand cosmic dance. Remember, these are not just random occurrences, but rather they are part of a larger pattern, a cosmic symphony orchestrated by the universe itself. Synchronicity is the universe's way of whispering secrets into our lives. So, let's listen carefully, for the universe has many secrets to tell. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? But let's delve into some real stories of synchronicity that might just make you reconsider. Take the story of a woman who, on a whim, decided to buy a book she'd never heard of. She read it in one sitting, completely engrossed. The following day, she met a stranger at a cafe who, out of the blue, started talking about the very same book. Coincidence? Or synchronicity? Or consider the tale of a man who dreamt of a long-lost childhood friend one night. The next morning, he received a friend request on social media from that very same person, whom he hadn't heard from in over 20 years. Chance? Or synchronicity? These stories, and countless more like them, illustrate how synchronicity can manifest in our lives. It isn't about predicting lottery numbers or conjuring up the perfect partner out of thin air. It's about seemingly random events, aligning in ways that feel deeply meaningful to the people experiencing them. This brings us to some common misconceptions about synchronicity. Some people mistake it for simple luck or chance. But unlike luck, which is random and without personal significance, synchronicity carries an element of personal meaning. It's like finding a piece of a jigsaw puzzle that fits perfectly at just the right moment. Another misconception is that synchronicity is a form of supernatural intervention. But it doesn't have to be. It's not about some external force pulling the strings of our lives. Rather, it's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and how sometimes those connections manifest in surprising and delightful ways. And finally, some people believe that acknowledging synchronicity means rejecting reason or science. But that's not the case at all. Synchronicity isn't about discarding logic. It's about expanding our understanding of the world to include phenomena that can't be easily explained or measured. Synchronicity isn't about believing in magic. It's about recognizing the magic in our lives. Synchronicity is more than a fascinating concept. It's a reminder of our interconnectedness. It's the universe's way of tapping us on the shoulder, urging us to look deeper, to see the vast, intricate tapestry that binds us all together. It's like a cosmic game of connect the dots, where seemingly unrelated events form a pattern, a picture that we might miss if we don't pay attention. What's truly surprising about synchronicity is how it nudges us to shift our perspective. It's not just about wow moments where everything seems to align perfectly. It's about recognizing that these alignments are not mere chance or random occurrence, but a complex dance of interconnectivity. It's like a spider's web. Each strand, each node is separate, but together they form a beautiful, intricate pattern that's stronger than the sum of its parts. Synchronicity encourages us to see the world not as a chaotic melee of separate events, but as a symphony of interconnected moments. It's like listening to a piece of music. Each note, each chord is individual, yet they all come together to create a harmonious melody. Similarly, each synchronistic event plays a part in the grand symphony of our lives. But here's the catch. Just like how a melody can only be appreciated when we pay attention, synchronicities too are often overlooked. It's like a whisper in the wind, easily missed amidst the clamor of daily life. They require a certain level of attentiveness, an openness to see the world not as a series of isolated incidents, but as a web of intricate connections. So what's the most surprising truth about synchronicity? It's not just a concept or a phenomenon, it's an invitation, a call to awaken to the beauty of our interconnected world, to see the magic in the mundane and the extraordinary in the ordinary. Synchronicity is the universe's poetry, written in the language of coincidences. Are you ready to read between the lines?